Normally I start off my reviews with a joke, or a skit, or something. But there's just so much to make fun of in this movie. My choices are unlimited. I could go after Channing Tatum's ears in this movie. I could go after the fact that the main character's name in this movie is Jupiter Jones. Jupiter Jones. I can make fun of the bad guy who talks like this, and it's utterly hilarious. Nope. I think I'll go for the fact that this movie is made by the Wachowskis. Yeah, that was the biggest joke to me.
I feel I have you at somewhat of a disadvantage.
Is that because you kidnapped me?
Some lives will always matter more than others. Jupiter!
This movie. The Wachowskis have made movies such as V for Vendetta. They've made movies such as The Matrix. You know, movies I adore. I love these movies. And they've also made this. So Jupiter Ascending follows Mila Kunis, and she's basically just a straight up YA romance character ripped straight from the pages of a Stephanie Meyer novel, and basically she hates her life, as one does, and I want to say, don't worry, because her boyfriend will definitely take her out of this shitty life and take her on an adventure. And her boyfriend is Channing Tatum, who looks so adorable with his little elf ears. And I think there's a scene with Channing Tatum. I think he has his shirt off for like 10 to 20 minutes. He has his shirt off a lot. And there was also this action scene. I don't know how long it was. It could have been like 5 minutes. All I know is it felt like half an hour. And it was so boring. Like, I was yawning and falling asleep through like the most big action scene ever. And I couldn't care less about it. The pacing in this movie is completely terrible. These fuck all aliens in this movie, they look terrible. They're worst looking aliens I've ever seen. The special effects, although have moments of greatness, the majority of the time it just looks so fake. It's just a person standing in front of like a green screen and they're like, oh yeah guys, I'm totally here right now. And the Wachowskis, they've never been great at dialogue. The Matrix worked for what it was, but let's not like act like the dialogue was the most riveting like Pulp Fiction ever. The dialogue is pretty bad in this movie, and it only gets worse from there when your main character is, like, worse than fucking Bella from Twilight. And on the topic of YA romance, and this being a small stretch from that, Channing Tatum, tiny spoiler, it doesn't matter, in this movie he gets wings. He gets wings. Oh my god, what is happening? And yes, the demographic for this movie is definitely probably teenage girls, or you know, just people who like half exposition for their stories. Despite that, how can you look at this character who gets saved by Channing Tatum like every 20 minutes? How can you look at her and think she's a good character? If there's a saving grace for this movie and for someone to really compliment this movie, I think it would be for the performances. All the actors, even though I don't like any of their characters, they're good actors for the most part, and they give good performances. And I think about the dialogue and some of the terrible lines in this movie, and I think, how could that have been said in a way where it would have been good? And I'm just stumped. They're giving it the best possible performance that is available. There's no way you can make this script good. Oh yeah, and there's that guy who talks in the most humorous voice I've ever seen. And I think I'm gonna mimic his voice for the outro. And with all that being said, I give Jupiter Ascending a 3 out of 10 and the soul badge of shit. As always, guys, you can hit up my Twitter sphere or support me on Patreon if that's something you feel like doing. With all that being said, have a wonderful day. I love you guys. Oh, my fucking throat. I can't do this. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys later. And with that, I leave you.
I've just watched Jupiter Ascending. Any of you guys remember those rare behind-the-scenes interviews with the Wachowskis when the Matrix DVD was first released? Can we call them Wachowskis, or should it be Wachowski LGBTs? Oh, fuck, I don't know. I remember them saying...
Every idea we've ever had in our entire lives is in this one film.
Well, it looks like they did pretty much the same thing with Jupiter Ascending, except this time they appear to have gotten their ideas from a homeless, alcoholic, paranoid conspiracy theorist who was...
I don't think when I sit, I just wait till I drift off for that to run. Let the day arrange me like your room formation, shuffling round with abandon, looking for you. And I haven't found me inside this whirlwind of repeating patterns, blurring glyphs on the wall that just turn when you recite the script and what matters. Looking for it. I don't think when we talk, I just bounce myself